neck of the woods with another video. So since I started back making videos again, I've been talking about my most recent trip that I had when I went to Tennessee about 2 months ago, in which I drove across country in my car and back. But while I was there, I had a lot of fun. I partook in many of the activities and festivals that was going on. It was a homecoming from the school that I attended there. And I met up with many of my friends and my family, some of my family. And I didn't get to meet up with everyone, but it is what it is. So there's one important experience that I want to share with you guys. What happened as it relates to like what I talk about on YouTube is this one uncle of mine. Now I have four uncles that are living. One passed away many years ago while I was still living there, but four of them still living, and I met up with them, and I was happy to do so. I love my uncles and I respect them, but there's one particular uncle of mine who I love and respect too. He really got on my nerves because he was trying to pull this jailbird prison convict felon angle on me, which pissed me off because I've already told him, and it was in regards to my aunt, which is his sister. And I don't even refer to her as my aunt anymore. I know that's a non-Southern thing to do because you supposed to refer to family members by their rightful titles. Bullshit. But I go against the grain, and I don't give a fuck about that bullshit. I'm not a southern nigga. I'm not a southern Negro. So I don't have to go by that. And I don't. And that runs me into some trouble. But oh well. But he kept on, and my so-called aunt, yes, she's technically my aunt, just to let you guys know, she is my aunt. She's my mom's sister, but I don't call her my aunt. So he kept on saying how I need to talk to her. I need to give her a phone call. I need to let her know that I'm there. And I'm like, that's pissing me off. I've already told these people this. I've told everyone. Years ago, everyone thought I was crazy. I'm being bitter. I just need to, ask Jesus for forgiveness and all that other fucking Tennessee bullshit. That Tennessee, especially Tennessee Negroes, they love talking about Jesus. That's the answer to everything. Even though you went through your fucking slavery 150 years ago, you went through your Jim Crow segregation forever, you went to the back of the bus, and then you endured all of that. But Jesus is the answer to everything. And when I say that, the Southern Negroes they don't have nothing to say because I just shut people up with their absurdity. And I shut my uncle up. Well, not really, but I backed him off of me because he kept, and I already told him. I said, I don't talk to her. I have no desire. She's a narcissist. My aunt is a narcissist. That threw him off. It's kind of hard to throw a prison convict, former convict Negro off, because they got all the angles. They have to come at you with an angle. Look, I'm not one of them niggas that's in prison. Plus, you're not even in there. For now, hopefully you can stay out, but that's your business. I'm your nephew. You shouldn't come at me like that. I don't appreciate that. You do that to them other niggas on the street that you deal with. in so many words. I was not there to have an argument. I was there to do my thing, and I don't talk to my aunt. She's a narcissist. I went no contact on her. And I'm gonna start talking more about narcissism in my videos because about 6 months ago I found out about, I guess, the true definition of what a narcissist really is, which I should already know what a narcissist is, especially since I'm a psychology uh, major. Well, I have a degree in psychology, but that doesn't mean anything because I haven't worked in my field since I've graduated. But and I've purposely forgotten many of the theories that I was taught in school because it hasn't done me any good. But I'm going to talk more about narcissism because from what I've learned in my most recent research, you know, I've been narcissistically abused in my life. And I do believe that ties in with what I talk about on YouTube. It ties into what a lot of us talk about in YouTube. I can't speak for you all on that. I'm just going to speak on myself because when you've been narcissistically abused in life, you learn a certain way of a coping mechanism, which you try to cope with it the best way you can, and it's probably not even the best way in life. It actually leads you into more hardship and bullshit in life. You know, it just keeps opening you up for more bullshit, and if of course after a while you keep going through that, then eventually you have to learn another way of dealing with things. Otherwise it will destroy you. Like, these narcissistic people will destroy you. And I know, like, I mean, like many of you thought a narcissist was just this person who's out there, arrogant, like just showy, a selfish individual who just cares about no one else but themselves. And that is true. That is a narcissist. Narcissistic people are like that. And then, but what you don't know, what you're not aware of, is you have different types of narcissists. And yes, the definition of a narcissist is someone who, you know, selfish, stuck on themselves, love only themselves. They don't care about no one else but themselves. But there's different classifications of narcissists. There's different types. There's different. You see different types of narcissists. You, like I said, the most familiar ones are the ones who's out there and showy, and they just put themselves out there, and you see that they are toxic, and of course you would rather not deal with that person. Then you have other narcissists who are just sneaky and conniving and fake and phony, and they'll try to convince you that they are a good person when in fact they are not. They're just as toxic as the typical narcissist. And when I say typical, I mean typical as how most of us view narcissists. Those are the extrovert narcissists, but I'm going to talk about the introvert narcissist, and those are, in my opinion, more dangerous than the extrovert narcissists. There's different types of narcissism out there, and also, and my aunt, she's all of that, and I will make future videos about how my aunt is. And I don't call her my aunt. I'm telling you that because you guys need to know that she is my mom's sister. So she's an aunt. But I'm not giving her the proper respect or title on that because she doesn't deserve it. I know the Southerners aren't gonna like that, but I don't care about the backwards third world state of Southern folk. They need to figure something out. And I'm gonna give you guys. I still don't know how to put links to YouTube. I will eventually figure that one out or learn it. So I will just put this in the comment section. But how I found out about this was a good friend of mine who's also YouTube. He's subscribed to me, to my channel. And as a matter of fact, I made a video in which he gave me a recommendation. Not recommend, like he requested a video, and I talked about how black folks need to do due diligence concerning inheritances. I refer to him as Larry, if I'm not mistaken. And that's not his real name, but I'm just protecting his identity. And he's the one who sent me something talking about narcissism. And it was by, and I'm going to give you like 3 YouTubers who talk about narcissism, 3 popular YouTubers, who's more popular on the topic and the subjects of narcissism. You have Be Good 4000. That's the first one. The second one is the way it's spelled is ASSC Direct. I think it stands for Association Direct, but ASSC Direct. That's just the name of the YouTube channel, the owner of the YouTube channel. And then the third one is called Be the Light. That's the name of that YouTube channel. And they talk about narcissism like I think 95 to 99% of the time. That's just what they talk about. And they're the real popular YouTubers on that subject. Now, my friend Larry, who I refer to as Larry, he sent me a link to Be Good 4000. And then after I started listening to his videos, everything, it was just like he was telling me. I listened to not all his videos, but as many videos as I can find. That was what got me started up on this topic of narcissism. And he talks about how, you're narcissistically abused, and you need to just listen to his video for starters. He introduced a lot of terminologies that I guess people use within the community of narcissistically abused people, I guess. And it's so he introduced narcissistic abuse, narcissistic supply, going no contact. Now, I mean, everything he was talking about is like, it made so much sense. I already experienced that in my life. And a lot of the stuff I had to figure out on my own because I could not figure out a better way of how to deal with these toxic people that you just run into, especially going no contact. I've went no contact on everyone on my dad's side of the family. I don't talk to no one on my dad's side. And then I've went no contact on a few people on my mom's side. And going no contact, and I've went no contact with a lot of so-called friends, people that I knew that I thought were my friends. So going no contact is you just leave people alone. You permanently leave them alone. You get them out of your life. You change your number, or you block them. You literally block them. You get rid of them, and they can't call you, and you are not able to call them. That's what no contact. You're done. You've cut them off from your life permanently. It's not a game. You're not just going to do this and go right back. These people never change. You're done. You ain't got time to play with these toxic people. That's going no contact. So yeah, just listen to Be Good 4000, Association Direct, and Be the Light, and they'll explain to you more about narcissism. And I'll make more videos concerning that as well. That's another topic I'm going to talk about. So that is all I got to say on that matter. Neck of the Woods, I'm out.